Hello and welcome to my garden. Today is an exciting day for me because finally, I'm gonna be planting garlic and onions. I know that usually you would plant these things in autumn, October, November, but actually I didn't have a chance to do so. It just didn't work for me. So I said to myself, okay, I'm not gonna be stressing about it. I will plant them as soon as I can. And finally, here in the middle of January, I will be planting them. And it's, I believe, a really important idea just to know that sometimes we can do something on the schedule and sometimes the schedule doesn't work out for us, and it's absolutely fine. So if you haven't planted your garlic and onions, please don't wait for another year. Do it this spring as soon as you can. Do it. And I really hope for all of us who's watching this video that our harvest will be just wonderful, beautiful, and we will just enjoy this. And here is a selection of what I'm gonna be planting today. And first of all, that's my garlic. That's my last year's harvest. I've saved the biggest cloves. I've stored them in a cold temperature for several months, and now as you see they started to give roots, so it's definitely an indication that I need to be planting them ASAP. Then I picked up two varieties of shallot, and then two varieties of normal onions, yellow one and red one. And here we are. We're gonna be planting everything in these two beds, and probably we will use this. And the good news is that we don't need to use a lot of gardening tools for today's project. It can be just a handle. I'm gonna be planting straight into my compost that I've applied just a couple of days ago, and now I'm making straight lines as an indications. I space them in about like 15-20 centimeters apart. That's gonna be my rows for garlic, and then I will use my handle not only for drawing lines but making a holes, individual holes for each and every garlic clove. I'm not making them too deep, but just enough space for clove to be cozy in the ground. One by one. And again, we're making lines just to make it straight and nice. Now that I finished planting garlic, I'm switching to shallot, and I will be putting it into the second half of the same bed that one part was garlic and another one this one. But please do remember that you need to space shallot further. I would say twice further than garlic, just to let plants grow and develop and to have a nice space for their root system and not to compete with each other. So let's do. Bottom down, pointy side up. And the very last bit of the project today. Yoo-hoo. Now we need to cover everything with the soil. I'm just covering it slightly and gently, like this. And we need to water everything, and it's gonna be it. Someone was working today. I have a proof. And now everything is in the ground. Garlic is planted, shallot is planted, onions are planted, finally. And I wanted just to make this kind of walk around. I need to remove a lot of weeds, and that's gonna be another video. I need to cut back everything. But actually, it's such a beautiful day. It's so warm, it's so peaceful here, and that's why I love this garden so much. It's not fancy in any shape or form. It's not something, I don't know what, but it's just peaceful, it's beautiful, and yeah, it's kind of feel good in here. I'm about to finish this video, but I want to remind you that actually both and garlic and onions, they're really heavy feeders, and you need to add and add and add a lot of nutrition to get a really good harvest. That's why I put it so much compost into these beds, because that's probably the biggest amount of compost in one bed per square meters that I'm gonna be putting this year. But for me, it's really important to get a nice garlic head, to get really nice onion, because we eat it so much during the year. And that's why I believe that it's more crucial to add a more good stuff into the soil for these crops, and probably prioritize them over something else, because they will pay you back, and they really depend on this, and you will see an enormous difference. And actually, another thing is, yes, you can still plant everything in spring. I know that it's still winter, but here in the south of France, we're lucky enough to have a mild climate. So probably right now we have the same temperature, like today is 12 degrees Celsius, and it's really nice, it's really warm, and I'm just working in my sweater. And it means that you can plant the same crops in March or even in April and to get a beautiful harvest, but just a little bit further into the season. And I don't believe that it's so crucial for any of us homegrowners. And yeah, just be generous with them and they will pay you back. That's for sure. And once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for liking the video. Please consider sharing it with your friends. And actually, it's kind of vulnerable time for me right now because I'm filming these videos and primarily my friends and family are watching them. So hello to any stranger who's watching this small video with me planting my garlic and onions, and they will bring so much joy to our family. And I really hope that you will do this as well for your family, because it's just a nice feeling to provide something. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great day and bye. See you next time.